If I have something on my personal thing, yeah, I would take him out from his room and talk to him. Same Ilya.
What's up, everyone? Shaq here, and you know who this is. He headlines UFC Qatar this Saturday. It's been way too long since we've seen him in the octagon. Arman Tsarukyan, welcome back, sir.
Hello, hello. How are you?
I'm well. How are you, Arman?
Great, great. Thank you.
Good. Now, before we start, I did have a question for you. I
Good.
saw this video the other day on YouTube. What's going through your mind when you accidentally kick your coach out of the cage?
I mean, we forgot to close the door. We were together, and nobody could like close the door and he said like spinning kick, and I just throw the spinning kick, and
Yeah.
he almost flew out. He no, he flew out from the cage, and he hurt his back and head, and he got concussion. After that.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, so that's a legit. And people thought it's a fake thing, but
Mm.
the cage is like a 1 meter from the bottom,
Hmm.
and he like flew from the cage. But hopefully nothing was crazy, and he just hurt his little bit head, and but next day he was all right.
All good. Okay, good. I'm happy to hear that. That's crazy. You have this main event coming up with Dan Hooker. Where, what is your path to victory? What is Dan Hooker's path to victory?
I mean, my victory is Dan Hooker's victory. Is I'm not gonna let him win me, and I'm not thinking about that. He does same, We go there for the victory, but if you compare skills and who I fought, who I win, I'm in the right spot. That's why I'm a number one contender, and he lost his all opportunities with good fighters. It's Poirier, it's uh, Islam, it's um what's the guy name from
Michael
US,
Chandler?
from Miami?
Chandler?
Chandler, yeah, Chandler. He had good fights, but he lost his opportunities.
I was watching an interview that Dan did with Ariel Helwani, and Dan seems to think that you have been discrediting Dan's accomplishments since you got to the UFC. Thinks you've been rude to him since you got to the UFC. Do you feel that way?
Say one more time the question.
Do you feel like you've been unkind to Dan Hooker because he thinks you've been saying a lot of bad things about him for years?
No, I just don't care about him. I was calling out him. He was in top 10 or something. I was calling out, and he never responds me. And then I started talk shit, and he started talk shit, and but now we are fighting.
There's this narrative that Dan was saying, and I've seen people online write this, and it doesn't really make sense to me because I don't think you can become one of the best fighters in the world like you are without all the passion and all the dedication required. But Dan said that you're a spoiled rich kid who does the sport for attention and Instagram likes. What goes through your mind when you hear that? Because, like I said, I feel like there's lots of spoiled rich kids, but not most of them can beat up almost everyone else in the world, you know?
I mean, I beat former champion UFC, and he just when I saw that, I just laughed, and because I'm a little bit different, and I have my goal that I want to achieve. It's a UFC title, and then can talk whatever he wants. It just make me laugh. So
Last thing on Dan Hooker, he was talking about your backstage interactions with Bobby Green, and he said, if Arman approaches me like that, the fight is canceled. We're getting physical. I saw an interview you did recently. You said you have no problems with Dan Hooker. You have no problems with Ilia Topuria. Um, do you feel like you've matured over the years? Like, why so calm now? Because I used to see you got a little bit more, trash talk, a little bit more. Yeah, I used to do more trash talk, but you seem very like peaceful these days.
I mean, Dan, he never talked personal like to me, you know. If I have something on my personal thing, yeah, I would take him out from his room and talk to him. Same Ilya. So it's just business, it's just fighting, but there is a levels of trash talk. If he touch me or my family or something like with bad words, yeah, but about spoil kid, about that I understand, you know.
Is this also a video of you knocking another coach out
Yeah,
of the
this is the
cage?
first one.
How many times has this happened to you, Arman?
Second, two times.
That one didn't look as bad. Was he okay?
He's good, yeah.
Someone's gotta lock that door. Who's responsible for locking the door?
You know, when you come with one-on-one train with coach, nobody can close the door. So that's
Oh
why.
yeah,
And the same it was the same cage, you know. And
fair
now we
enough.
are training on the floor, on the mats. Nobody can fly out from the cage.
This must be a record, Armin. Two coaches is crazy, but I'm glad everyone's okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Um, the last time you fought was about 19 months ago, the longest layoff of your UFC career. In what way? What was the best thing about the time off? What was the worst thing about the time off?
The best thing that I have a lot of time to learn something new. When you have fights, you cannot do something new. You gotta do what you do best. So that's why I think I got improved my skills, and I hope I'm gonna show some new things on Saturday.
And what about the worst parts of the layoff?
The worst parts, when you don't fight, you kind of get bored. You know, you're not too motivated. You know, when you have when you have something, you like wake up in the same minute. But when you don't have a fight, you can watch your phone a couple minutes, lay down, go to train. Yeah, you train, but you're not focused 100%. But when you have fight, you control everything: food, sleep, what you drink, how you train, and recovery. But when you don't have fight, you a little bit like relaxing mode, you know.
I saw you take a couple of grappling fights, choke out Benson Henderson. Was that a way for you to sort of get that focus and that competition while you waited for the UFC?
Yes, when I have a wrestling, even for the wrestling, I prepare like a UFC fight, you know. So that's why it gives me like to be on that level, you know, to be on the when I have competition, I treat myself different.
As far as you understand, what is at stake for you? If you win, is the title next?
I mean, they have to give me title fight because number one contender beat again the top fighter and main event. So they already know they have to give it to me.
I was really disappointed after January to see UFC CEO Dana White say Arman's not getting another title shot right now. And then I saw him in the summer say, the fact that you were willing to be the backup fighter for Ilia and Charles went a long way to sort of helping that. How do you think the UFC feels about you right now?
I mean, they want to make me a champion because they put me on the main event and give me a good fighter. So they trying to make me a star to fight for the title, and They treat me very well. Uh, they gave me new contract, so
Nice.
and everything is going good. My relationship is same, and that's all.
I don't know when Ilia's next fight will be, but if you had to guess, if you beat Dan Hooker, are you the next title challenger, or do you think you will fight the winner of whoever Ilia fights next, just because of the schedule?
No, I think I'm the next on the lane. But don't forget about Saturday. So we gotta focus on the Saturday and then go after that.
Who wins in an eating contest, you or Patty Pimblett?
I have seen once when petty people were eating, but I don't follow him, so I don't know what he does there.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Last thing, I saw this video that you did recently. How did you get into this cycle of sleeping 3 times a day, right? 10, 11 hours of sleep, you spread it across 3 sets. How do you even start doing this? Because this is like great, but not very normal.
Yeah. So in Russia, Olympic sports train like that. You wake up at
Mm,
7, do warm up, light training, and then you go to have a breakfast. So you wake up at 6 a.m., right? So you go to
mm-hmm,
train at 7 to 8, come, take a shower, breakfast, and then you wanna sleep again because you wake up at 6, right? And you
mm-hmm,
trained, and that's why we like eat, sleep, train, and after lunch you train again, and then before the lunch you train again, and then you eat again, and you wanna sleep because you had a hard practice at 11 to 1, and but the sleep is like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, but it gives you good energy,
all right,
and your
cool.
cortisol is going down when you sleep.
Okay. Well, I need the coffee to get through these 3 interviews today, so maybe I should try and pick up your sleep schedule, Arman. Hey, it's so nice to see you back on the octagon in another main event. If there's anything you would like to tell your fans ahead of UFC Qatar and your fight with Dan Hooker, the floor is yours, my man.
My fans, thank you so much, thank you for supporting. I'm gonna I'm gonna knock out or finish Dan Hooker this Saturday and make you happy.